Fire, a beast on the stage, no quiet containment, no virtue combined, it costed my blood and conquers my mind. SEAL Team, episode 3, no, season 3, episode 12. I'm gonna trust in my self-righteous suicide. I cry. My heart, I should have known from the start we're playing here. All that she wants is another baby, and she's gone tomorrow, boy. All that she wants is another baby. Back up, get smacked up. Intro the show. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to this episode of Beers and Breakdowns. I have now switched over. I've joined Abel's Asian hard juice kick, and I have a Lilikoi passion fruit.
I have left the Asian-inspired drinks, and I have now gone to a standard vodka diet.
Okay, so this trip is the first time I've seen somebody mix vodka with soda, like Coke. I've never seen that before. Is that a common drink?
It's a very common diet drink because it's only 100 calories, like for an ounce and a half of vodka. Diet Coke doesn't, Coke Zero, Diet Coke doesn't have any calories, so you add some lime in it. You have a low-calorie drink that you can drink out if you're just trying to avoid carbs and you're, trying to keep the calories low. I've always been a whiskey guy, but if you know whiskey, it sure has its fair share of calories.
Yeah.
Opt for this to make sure I don't blow up to the size of an elephant.
Wow.
Which I'm prone to doing when I decide to stop monitoring my intake. So.
I see, once again, we have gone off of the namesake of Beers and Breakdowns. This is a hard juice, and you have your hard cocktail. But that's okay. Please don't kill us for it. Today, we're doing another great episode of my favorite show, SEAL Team. So the last one we did was, what's the name of the episode? The
Siege Protocol 1
Siege
and 2.
Protocol, that's it. So Siege Protocol, it's a 2-part, actually a 3-part if you think about it. But this is rated as one of the better episodes or one of the better plot or storylines of the show. So I like this one.
Which they did a lot of seasons of this, right? So the fact that this is rated as the best one kind of means a lot.
It's one of them, yeah. And so a little quick recap. If you didn't watch the last breakdown that we did, you might want to, or if you haven't seen SEAL Team, clearly you're aware that there's going to be spoilers. So what happened is there is a CIA agent that was captured in Venezuela, I think it was, and they have to go rescue him. And then Mandy, one of her confidential informants, also gets rolled up. And so now they're going to rescue him as well, and chaos ensues.
Slow your roll, boys. We got 2 enemy vehicles inbound.
Ray, you forward to the flank. Rest with me. L ambush? That's right. Draw them in.
We'll open up on the flank.
Man, let's move.
That, my friend, was a textbook hasty L ambush. The way they set up and that's what's so great about having a seasoned team is all he has to say is you guys set up on the flank, and Ray's like, oh, L ambush? And he's like, yep. And everybody knows immediately what to do. They all go to their position, and they executed that within 30 seconds.
What's an L ambush?
So for ambushes, there's a few different kinds, and an L ambush just references the shape of the ambush. So they have a street coming straight up. And so an L ambush, you're going to have an element on basically going parallel with the street, and the other element is going to be like this. So it's the shape of an L.
Uh-huh.
And so your elements in an ambush, you have your support by fire, which is generally going to be your heavy weapons. These guys are pretty light. I think, what's his name? Sonny normally carries like a saw, but I don't think he is in here. I think he's just got an M4. But basically, they're just setting up a quick. They don't have belt feds or anything, so they're just getting in the position. And once they get into the kill zone, once the vehicle gets into the kill zone, they all initiate fire. They fire until the vehicle stops. And then once the vehicle stops, generally by doctrine, you're supposed to do what's called a mad minute. And the mad minute is a full-on 60 seconds of everybody just laying down as much fire as you can. After that, again, by doctrine, after that you stop, and then you listen. And then so you can tell if there's movement or anything else, you could start over another mad minute if you need to. And then you stop. And then when you don't hear anything, then everybody will pick up and they'll clear through the kill zone. And as you're clearing through, which you see them, they're all online going through. They clear the vehicle, make sure everybody is properly dispatched at that point. Make sure that they have been appropriately transitioned to their next phase of being. And then after that, you can do a W ambush. There's a bunch of different ways, and it all depends on how you set up, given the road or whatever it is that you're trying to attack. Tactics.
Pays to have a Tyler Gray on set.
It does.
Mag and my razor wit.
Might run into trouble on the way there. We're gonna need ammo, boss. Right, you know what? Strip what you can. Rounds and mags. Let's go. Havoc needs us. Let's double time it. Havoc 1, we're RTB. How copy?
Negative, Bravo 1. Havoc is departing our current position. Rally point coordinates were set. Proceed there.
There's no way we're headed to an alternative rally point with Havoc under fire, Jason.
Let's go. Mount up. Let's roll.
All right, that's it.
Works for me.
Oh, it's good.
Yeah, that's real good. So that was it was kind of wrapped up into the same scene, but then you got to see that, you know, clearly they've gone through a prolonged firefight at this point. They're on, you know, they thought they were going to be returning to base, so they didn't have enough equipment for all this. And now they're running out of mags, and Jason's like, hey, strip what you can. And so that's what we call a battlefield recovery. And so basically what they're doing is the enemy at that point, they noticed they're using the same weapon systems that they were having, or that the SEAL team has. So they're able to go and take magazines off of the enemy. They don't need it anymore. Like I said, they've transitioned at this point. And so now they're just going to take off what they have and take it with them. Battlefield recovery.
Strip what you need.
Strip what you need, buddy. Let's go. Go just a little bit, but I think, yeah, that's it. Oof.
We're just there for the woman beater.
Oof. She got clocked.
She did.
But before she got knocked the hell out, what you saw is she had thermites, which thermite is a grenade that is a mixture of iron oxide and aluminum, I believe. And basically what those are for is it creates this like super hot, like over 4,000 degrees Fahrenheit jet, basically, that shoots and destroys whatever you place it on top of. It doesn't explode. That thing, you could light it or set it on something hard and light it, and it'll stay right there. And it's just going to shoot that jet of super hot fire or whatever. And it will melt anything. Like, it'll go through engine blocks. It'll melt freaking anything you put it on. And it's almost impossible to put out. They don't last super long. It's like maybe 30 seconds to a minute. I can't remember. But they're great for destroying stuff. Like, she put it on all these hard drives or whatever, servers or whatever it was. They're great for stuff like that, to destroy something, to either prevent it from getting in the enemy's hands or prevent the enemy movement. So, like, if you're going and they got a bunch of vehicles, just put it on their engines and destroy their engines so they can't drive anymore. But yeah, thermite, man, that thing is nasty. That's one thing, like, you do not want to mess with that.
Enemy incoming! Let's go! ESP's breached. We're burning it down. Gotta move.
All right.
I know a place we can lay low.
So this is a real danger, right? They don't have communications. They don't have comms with each other.
Okay.
And so you got the team coming in, you got these guys here, and they're just, like you said, enemy incoming. And so they're ready to go only because they have good discipline and they're waiting to positively identify their targets. They're not just going to start blasting. But this is how you have friendly fire incidents, because you'll have one group that doesn't know that a friendly group is right there, and people get spooked and start shooting, unfortunately. And it's a super dangerous, and unfortunately, it's not uncommon to happen. And I've actually seen this one time in a shoot house. We were up on the catwalk watching two teams go through. It was a coordinated hit on a shoot house. And as we're watching, and luckily it wasn't live fire, they were using paint rounds. But you see a team come in one side, there was a long hallway, and a team come in the other side, and all of a sudden they just start shooting down the hallway at each other. And we're standing up there and we're watching, we're like, oh, that's not good.
Right.
And it's one of those where it's, you know, you lose communication with the other element, and before you know it, somebody gets spooked, and now you're in a pretty bad situation. So unfortunately, like I said, it's not uncommon, but you see how quickly these things can happen.
Yeah, well, absolutely. I mean, it's dark. You can't see who's who.
Yeah.
You're scared of everybody. You don't want to get shot.
Exactly. All you know is bad guys were shooting at you seconds ago, basically.
That's crazy. That's got to be terrifying in the moment.
Yeah, on both sides, too. Imagine you're in the car, you're like, oh, shit, please don't shoot. And then on the other side, those guys notice, and they're like, I almost shot you. So it's a big one.
Did you ever have any type of incident while you were in the shoot house, while you were actively moving through the shoot house, or
An incident as in what?
as in like you did something you weren't supposed to do? Maybe you flagged somebody, maybe you made an egregious mistake, maybe shot like friendly fire, or just like, you know, shot the wrong target. I'd imagine they set things up to trip you up, right? Did you ever
Yeah,
fall
they
for
will.
it?
Yeah, sometimes you'll have targets in there that will be hostages, or you'll have one where it's like a hostage with a bad guy behind it, and the goal is to shoot the bad guy, not the hostage.
Mm-hmm.
Or some of them, like you'll go in a room and it looks like a target, but then when you actually look at it, it's just like a lady standing there or something like that. The only time that I remember that I messed up, and it wasn't anything bad, but it stuck with me, is we're going through and had my main, so my M4, we're firing, I run out of ammo, so immediately you transition to your pistol, and because you're not just going to reload in the middle of CQB. So I transition to my pistol, I'm going through shooting, and then we go to get to the next room, and we stack up on the door, and I realize my pistol's empty. And so generally in this situation, you're going to excuse yourself and just not go in. My dumb ass is in the stack, and I go in and clear in the room with an empty pistol. I was like, what am I going to do anyways?
Right.
This thing's completely useless. And afterwards, I was like, that was stupid.
Did they find out?
No, only
no.
I knew, but it was just, I was like, that was stupid. What the hell am I going to do? What if I would have came in the door and it was just me and, you know, one of the Op 4 players, and what am I going to do? Go bang, bang and yell at him or something?
Like, you were gonna try something.
Yeah, just
Try
throw
to
it at him or
just
something.
bark or do something. Like, try to make it sound as much like as a bullet as you possibly can.
Yeah. The only other time I did see, I saw one guy on another team. There's always that one guy, no matter how high you go. I'm sure even CAG probably has that one guy where you're like, that's him again. But there's this one guy on the team that he flagged his buddies in the back. And so after that, he got what's called a blue barrel. And the blue barrel is the barrel that shoots off the paint rounds. So as everybody else is going through doing live fire, he's there with a blue barrel, so it stands out. He looks like a freaking idiot, and everybody knows you got in trouble. It's like, you messed up. That's why you're being punished like this. And the only other one, I think it was the same guy that got the blue barrel, shot one of the instructors. With this was still paint rounds. We were going through, and an instructor would always follow just to keep an eye on things and like you know, give it their take afterwards. And I forget how he did it, but he turned around and just lit him up, like multiple hits, center mass, and he was pissed because those things hurt.
Yeah.
And the instructor's not wearing kit because he's not in the stack. He's behind everybody, and he turned and stitched him up. I swear I thought he was about to knock him out in there. He was pissed. It was hilarious. But yeah, those things will mess you up, man. They'll leave red marks. So I know the next day he had a line right in his chest, but they'll leave red marks if they hit you. Normally you wear a paintball mask, and if they hit you underneath, like in the throat,
I got shot in the throat by a paintball.
Yeah, that sucks.
So
right?
a long time ago, I just had a bunch of friends, and they would invite me out to go paintballing. And typically, most of them knew how bad I was at it, so they would just kind of leave me alone, right? Like, most of them would throw a rock at me because I'd be hiding somewhere, like behind a bush, and they'd throw a pebble at me, and I'd look back, and he'd be all, like, what are you doing? Like, I'd be like, I don't know, I thought I was being slick, you know? Apparently, I was not being very tactical. And one time, somebody caught me, and I took off running. And as I took off running, he shot it, and I turned around to see if he was still there and just hit me right in the throat. And it wasn't his fault, but I felt what it's like to be hit with a paintball round in the throat.
Yeah.
It wasn't like insane. I could still breathe. It didn't like kill me or anything, but it stung for like a long time. And everybody thought I had a hickey for like a month. So
yeah, those paintball rounds, they got some heft to them.
They do.
Even the ones that we use, it's like a small little 9mm, so you get these like real pinpointed. And like when we go through there, we'd always put like beanies or something in our pants, like in our crotch.
Because
you get shot.
The areas.
Yeah, you get shot down there, you're gonna know it.
It's a real lead, Jason.
Okay, look,
a chance to find Dr.
I understand that we're not supposed to be in this country, and you want us to what? Just knock on the door of some VSP lieutenant? Is that what you want us to do?
All right, what's to say about knocking on the enemy's door?
Go ahead.
There's a VSP lieutenant who might know where they took Dr. Craig. Ramos thinks he might be sympathetic.
If we're playing beyond injured, you want to throw a Hail Mary.
I have his home address, we have ISR, we've got comms, there's a couple hours before extract.
There's not much time to get him to cooperate.
Get this guy in front of me, he'll talk.
This is tough, right? So think about the scenario. This team is 2 hours out from exfilling from the country. So they've got a plane coming. They got to meet them in 2 hours. Mandy is trying to get to their informant that's been helping them. So it's somebody that's sympathetic, that she's built a relationship with. He trusts her. He put his life on the line to feed the team intelligence. So he's an asset for the team at this point. But the team is running on fumes. They've been up for days. They are very low on supplies. And so for them, they have an easy out, or they can go rescue this guy.
Okay.
Right? So what would you do in this situation? And it's like Blackburn said, it's your call. You're Jason. What are you going to do?
Exfil. Wait to exfil and leave.
You're not going to go get the guy?
No, I'm not.
I don't think that, and that's the thing with situations like this, is there's no right or wrong answer.
Yeah.
I mean, all your main focus and your responsibility is keeping your team safe.
Right.
This is a follow-on mission that is not part of their original mission, so it's not, critical for mission success. So I think there's nothing wrong with making that call.
Right.
The only thing is, this guy's been feeding them intel. I don't know. It's one of those tough ones. It's kind of like when you watch.
I get it, but I think as a team leader, you're going to look at it and say, I'm not going to risk one of my guys. I'm not going to risk leaving without one of my guys, right? Because I wanted to go and save a different guy.
Right.
Now, in my mind, is this guy's life more important than the guys who are here now, tired, hungry, probably not making the same decisions they would be, probably not aiming as well, probably not being as snappy as they should be. And so my guy gets shot, and I got to leave him behind to bring this guy along.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take my guys. Like it's just, if you were my guy, I'd take you, but you're not. You're just the dude that was helping us. So
I think that's a fair assessment too. It's one of those where when you're in these leadership positions, like you got to make a decision. Either one could be right or wrong. There's going to be consequences and repercussions to either decision that you make. It's almost like in Lone Survivor when they got compromised and they had the kid right there. It's like, what do we do? Do we let him go? We have the benefit of hindsight and seeing what happened to that team, so maybe they shouldn't have just let him go. But in the moment, what are you going to do? It's the same thing here. So
well, same thing here in the sense that if something happens to that guy once they leave, it's got to live on his conscience, right? Like they're going to mangle that dude, and he's going to get in trouble for helping. So he has to live with the fact that he made the decision to not save him.
Yeah.
So either way, you're kind of screwed as the leader.
And this is a big deal for Mandy. Mandy is a valuable asset for the team. So how's it going to affect her by leaving him? But then again, what if something happens to one of your teammates? So it's these decisions that you got to make as a leader where it just really shows you the responsibility of the role.
Typically, we push the rifle barrel away with our hands and not our head. No, I really wish I was there, Davis. We just got into the safe house 10 minutes sooner.
It's not your job. It's on me to have my back.
No, everybody's got to have their six covered from time to time.
All right, hot button topic time. Here we go. All right, so this is the potential risk of having females involved
and males,
in situations like this, right? We all know about Sunny and Lisa's past, right? They were together for a little bit, and so he still always has feelings for her.
Right.
And so now, because of those feelings, because she got injured in the last safe house, the team is now going on this high-risk mission, and Sunny has basically excused himself. One of the main elements of the team now has basically excused himself because he wants to stay here to protect Lisa.
Right.
So if something went down at the house, one of their best shooters is now pulled out of the fight.
Yeah.
Which is, it just shows kind of the intricacies and the potential ramifications of, anytime you put males and females together, there's going to be that, especially in an environment like this, that protective instinct.
Right.
And there's that competition and stuff. I'm not saying I'm against it by any means. This is a potential. I've actually seen it in real life with another team where some of the guys started to have a little bit of beef back and forth because they had an enabler or support personnel that was with them that was female, and two of the guys had feelings for her, and it caused a little bit of rift. So you just gotta tiptoe and be careful around these situations.
And this is not at all to say that females can't take care of themselves or they're the problem. Clearly, the males are the problem.
Oh yeah, for sure.
She should have been able to do whatever she did. She was fine. She's just doing her work, and now he's just got to do what he's got to do. Or you got two of us fighting over one girl, and she's like, "How about you just stop fighting?" We're just like, "We can't."
Yeah, neither
We're
one of
guys.
you. Yeah, none of you are getting
you.
this. You cannot get this.
100% the guys are the issue here. So,
yeah,
but I mean,
sure.
again, it's human nature, right? This is, it is what it is. When you put a bunch of dudes, you remove them from daily life, and then you put just one or two females in their purview. Thousands of years of evolution kick in.
Oh yeah,
and things are gonna happen. So yeah, I mean, I get that it's a hot button issue, but we're guys. What are you gonna do?
But now, hey, it's allowed, and there are female Green Berets out there, and I know Sean's talked about it on here, but we've talked to one of their team sergeants, and she's doing a great job, and he had nothing but good things to say about her. It's just you know, things. There's gonna be evolutionary issues.
If you put her on her team and send her to a different country, 1 or 2 or maybe 6 of the guys that are there may have feelings for her, is all we're saying.
All right, look, you know, I'm asking a lot in this one. We're beat up, we're injured. With the sun coming up, tactically, we're really going up against it. So we need to know now. If anyone has an issue with this, they gotta speak up now.
That's a strong copy, Warren. Dr. Craig's life is in our hands. Going for him is the right call.
Yep. Got no cake eaters playing geopolitical chess on this op. Saving the guy who put his life on the line is easy call.
And Bravo may never run from a fight. Let's get her done.
All right, there again, 2 mags each.
All right, so I like that. He says, you know, we got no cake eaters playing geopolitical chess match on this one. So he's talking about the higher up, the officers, the headquarters and leadership element that always gets in the middle, and they're always weighing political ramifications and stuff. And so a lot of times you have a mission like this where they're like, this is the right call, this is what we need to do, and then it'll get struck down because of whatever. Right. You know, a lot of times you'll never even know why it gets struck down. So it's just cool that now, like, they're here, they don't have any contact with anybody else, they know where they need to be for exfil, and they're like, all right, we have one shot, one opportunity, sees everything we ever wanted, right? In one moment. Are you going to capture it or just let it slip? and so they're like, yeah, let's get it. And, you know, I mean, I'm sure they're tired, you know, their arms are weak, their knees are heavy, or their knees their knees are weak, their arms are heavy.
Did you only pick this timestamp because you could riff off of Eminem stuff?
Oh, it felt right. I was in the moment and it just felt right, you know. You got to seize the opportunity, you know. In the moment, you own it. You got to never let it go. You only get one shot. And on that note, I think we're going to end this one right here. This has been a great episode. I freaking love this series of episodes. And if you guys want to watch the next one, I actually watched it. We're going to review the next episode in this series of 3. So it's season 3, episode 13 is the next one, I think. But there's not much to talk about tactically. But if you watch these 2 episodes, the next one's really good because it kind of brings everything together. There's a mistake that they make in the mission here. And it's like a recap of going through everything they did to kind of figure out what the mistake was and who is going to take the blame. So it's a great episode if you want to watch that one. Other than that, I think that's it for this one. I got nothing else on this episode. You got anything?
If I'm not mistaken, I believe based on a message you sent in the group chat a couple days ago, I think the next time you guys watch after this batch of episodes, it should be you and Sean.
Yeah, I think so.
From what I saw in the group chat, I could be wrong, so don't be setting like bombs to my house if I don't get this to happen, right? But I believe the next time you guys watch this, which means that we should be able to do the 3rd episode of this one and Warfare with him and Sean.
We're getting the band back together.
Yes. Yeah, and I will rightfully take my place outside the frame, sitting over on that little beanbag chair that's in the corner and just essentially drinking myself retarded. But that's all I really have to add is you guys do have to look forward to them being in the same episode again, which I know you guys enjoy. So that's it for me.
All right, boys and girls, thank you for watching this episode of Beers and Breakdowns. We'll catch you on the next one.
Peace, guys.